Generic greetings and welcome to PC Building Simulator. In the previous episode, we started in the career mode and essentially we came in and took over the business. Uncle Tom had graciously left us with 15 generic units of currency worth of debt and a job outstanding, so that's good. Also, there's a lot of these pieces of ghost furniture where, assuming he's pawned them off to sell for bail money or something because, you know, he seems to be that sort of guy. But either way, we're going to progress on in this episode and do some jobs. So we need to go to the door and end the day. In the previous days, we managed to fix a couple of PCs, upgrade stuff, and just get the basics down. Today, we've got a couple of different things. So let's just go to work here. We're going to pick up our delivery, which manifest is 4 times, hang on, 4 RAMs, yep, and 1 air cooler. And we need to fix, scan, and upgrade. I'm just going to pick it from the far left there. We'll upgrade this thing, and whoa, space shuttle case. I'm not a fan of really big flashy cases. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate them. They're just not for me. I prefer a more, well, discreet looking black obsidian cube that just sits in the corner. And just, you know, it's fine. Mine's just like a, I don't even know what brand it is, but it's silent. It's got loads of padding in just to stop noise and such. And it has huge fans at the front and back because it's in between a wall and a desk. So, if you know, if like the cat walks in front of it, gets sucked in the front. That's not true at all. I don't have a cat. But, you know, probably pull your house slippers off. Anyway, so, less rambling, more building. PC can boot, yeah, upgrade to 16 gig of RAM. Cool. So take the side off, have a quick zoom in. We can pan up and down, which I didn't show in the last episode. And they already have 2 gigabyte of RAM. Okay, so if I really wanted to, 4812. Now I'm going to have to remove this one. So it was right buying the one that I did. So let's open all these. So you have to open the clips, which again, I like the detail in that. More detail, more better. We're going to install and we're going to say memory. Don't like this though. We have to click on each individual one and do it that way. Why can't it, like if we've got multiple ones, can we not hold shift actually? Maybe I'm knocking the game where I shouldn't do. So install that one, hold shift, and no. Okay, fine. And we install that one there and it's job done. So we'll install the case. Simple job there. And oh, it's actually a lockable case, so we don't have to do anything about it. We need to boot it. We do need to test the make sure it boots and doesn't like, let out the magic smoke, which is obviously something you always fear. There we go. And power. It boots. There we go. What's the wallpaper? Ah, good. Right. So pick it up. Leave by the door. We're not going to get rid of it just yet. We'll just do all 3 and then move it on. So this is remove viruses and that's it actually. So that's a fairly simple task. So it's just a case of, oh, what happens if you try and power it up without power cable in? Unsurprisingly, it doesn't work. Nothing happens. Yeah, I was just going to see if you got an error message or something. Anyway, so all the cables. They don't use the old PS2 ports on them. Do they have them? No. I think my motherboard's still got the old PS2 ports for the keyboard and mouse. Never used them. It's all USB, but still. What else have we got on here? A boatload of USB. Could be 2s or 3s. Can't tell. There's 10 of them. Is that 10? No. Yeah, there's some there. Actually, are they the right? Are they the same? Yeah. 10 USBs, 2 network / Ethernet. Then you've got your sound. So microphone, speaker, line in, 3 that I can't remember the names of. Then you've got your different graphics ones. So VGA, DVI, DVI-E. Those are the ones. I don't know. I can't remember the pin line out. And just HDMI. Actually, that might be mini. Anyway, less rambling, more fixie. I also need to install the USB pen. Goes in there. Oh, that's a nice background. Virus scanner, we'll get that on. And we will run it. So restart now. Pay for the trial, get it scanned. Okay, job done. Leave by door. Excellent. So, 2 for 2. And that case is pink and purple. Quite honestly, I think that's graphics glitches rather than rather than the actual colour. It doesn't have to be. It's just, I think that's the reflection mask or something. Either way, yeah, it's doesn't look great. Not my colour. Don't fancy that one. Right, so lots of dust. Replace air cooler, so we'll unplug the cable, take that off, install. So it is the right cooler. We got that right. So cooling. See, broken. There you go. I'm going to sell it because it's like cost 0. I don't think you can access this inventory when you're not doing this. I mean, look, there's that broken GTX 970 Gamer, which is worth 8, so we'll sell that one. You might part it out for the fan or something, or the heatsink, something like that. Same as this value RAM. We replaced it. We completed what the customer wanted, but we've got this bit left over, which we could keep just in case we need to use it in another machine. We might as well. So we need to put this cooler on, so we'll attach that. One thing you don't have to do is put the... Oh, you don't have to change the plate on or anything like that. Oh, hang on. Remove. What we didn't do is put fresh thermal compound on it. There's your blob. And then we'll install that one. Now, not you should need it though, because most of these processors, these fans do come with it already applied on the bottom. But you know, there's arguments whether you should add is less more or more less. You know what? Just use your own judgment. You sort of just figure it out. I generally remove that and add some. Actually, yeah, I do use a Cooler Master stuff. Other compounds are available from other companies, if you understand. But yeah, I do tend to add other stuff. Extra stuff. Let's just blow the dust out of this one. What you don't get in this game is the sense of dread and trepidation of having to push down the very last one of these and thinking you're about to snap the entire motherboard in half. Because that's always a worry. Like, oh god, that is a case of more force is not more better. You know, gently. Clean out dust. Yes. Replace air cooler. Now it's yes. When I actually plug the thing in. Good. Yep. As I said, it would be nice to have an advanced mode where it just says objectives, has to clean boot, you have to find the fault. So we have to find out which is the faulty part, replace it, and it wouldn't give you any hints about what cables need to be plugged in. You have to do it yourself. And if you get it wrong, then obviously the appropriate penalties would be applied, whether that be just not booting, or it would fire up in this case and that wouldn't spin, and you'd probably get errors. The PC would probably detect it anywhere these days and tell you that that's the case. Sometimes you have like error codes, like a little number readout on the back, and it'll tell you. Sometimes there's some lights inside that'll light up a certain combination, and you'll check your motherboard manual and such. So yeah. All that would be really, really cool. And also that fan looks a bit offset. No, it's just the angle I was looking at it at. Okay, there we go. So that's all 3 now. That's fairly good. So we'll dump that there. And we will go to email and collect, and collect. There we go. Done. So we're just going to delete all these previous emails. We don't need those. They're just thanking us for our work, so that's good. So... Missing thermal place. Hi there, I bought a PC from you 6 months ago from Tim, and it's been overheating whenever I try to do anything on it. Took it under the CPU cooler and there's no thermal paste. What kind of Mickey Mouse business are you running? I demand that you fix this for free this time and test the PC before you send it back. Yep, okay. We're going to do it right this time, because Tim... Yeah, Uncle Tim. Uncle, insert generic insult here. And or profanity. So, hi there. I hope you can help. My computer stopped working the other day and it will not run at all. Please, can you have a look for me? I think it might be the motherboard. If it needs a new one, I know it needs a Skylake socket. So, he thinks that might be the case, but the details are definitely replace the motherboard. Again, going back to what I said, it would be nice to do the troubleshoot stuff, but I'm going to try not go on. It's not knocking the game, it's just, you know, personal, what I would like to see. This is fine as is, I guess, for this mode. I know not everybody wants the detail, the other stuff. Anyway, so hey, I recently upgraded my PC, but now it's not working properly. The computer boots up okay, but when I try to benchmark it or run a game, the computer crashes. I haven't replaced my PSU. Could my new parts be drawing too much power? Yes, it could do that. Please help. Install a Sheen Power King 600 or better and run 3D Mark. Okay, so we need a Sheen Power King and we need a Skylake motherboard. See, that says replace motherboard and that says Skylake. So Skylake motherboard is Skylake, and there's been no specific requirements, so we'll go with the Mortoni Z10 170 M-Tech, and it is size SATA, which is standard size, so we'll add that one. Standard form factor. We've got also the other job of power supply, and it was a Sheen Power King 600. There we go, 600 watts, length 140 millimeters, standard size there, type none, so we'll accept that. Yeah, because it might have standard ATX, mini ATX, all that sort of stuff, different size and form factors. It doesn't tell us the rating though, whether it be bronze. Oh no, that has bronze. That does have bronze and stuff like that. Oh, that's cool. Anyway, so there's our cart. I'm gonna say next day delivery. Buy that now. All these are in transit. Let's do that. So, motherboard, the job you always hate. So, we'll do that one. There we are. In fact, I say recently, it would have been 6 to 8 months ago now. So, not recent at all in the grand scheme of things. Well, it depends on your point of view. Helped a friend replace his cooler. I wanted to overclock it, but this is Sheen Power King. Yeah, okay, so I'll pull this side off here. Want to install a cooler, so it was the I think it was it was a, I know it was a Corsair, one of the ones that go on the top with a big radiator. I've got one as well, I can't remember the name of it now. 2. This is the back of the machine. That's normally it puts it the other way around. Thanks, game. Yeah, anyway, had to install this thing. Oh, what a nightmare. Obviously take the whole computer apart, clean it out because it's been gathering dust and dog hair and all sorts of stuff, filthy. And then you have to do all that, and then you take the heatsink off, then you have to apply all the the jacket for it and stuff. Yeah, nightmare. This is really, really tight, isn't it? And there's very little cooling. That goes there. Yeah, at least have a fan on the back. Anyway, so we need to remove all the cables. I like where you mouse over the bit and you say remove, and it tells you which cables you need to remove. So that one, that one, that one. Again, modular, so that helps out. And there's one there as well. So that comes out, and we've got 2 sets of screws here because what we're doing, you can't see it because obviously it's underneath there. But that'll be the there'll be 2 sets of screws. It'll be the one for holding this onto the bracket, and then we're taking the bracket out as well. Because you can see there's multiple brackets in it, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we'll install the new power supply, which is the Power King 600. Oh, no wonder! They're using a 250 watt power supply. What graphics card have they got? Let me just install this and I'll check it. But if it's anything other than a GeForce 4, it's obviously going to be not enough power. Radeon R9 290 Greater. I must confess, I am totally out of the loop when it comes to Radeon stuff. I don't know. So I don't know. Either way, I'm guessing if it's built within the last 5 years, 250 watt is nowhere near enough. Anyway, so motherboard, bump 1. We've then got the hard drive power. Obviously, the SATA is still in there. We've got the case, which it's just a big... Hang on, no, that's the power for that one. That's another one. Which is strange, because that... Oh, so that's where the... That case goes to there. Ah, so it's actually got... The power supply's down there, but obviously it's got then an extra line to go from the front. Oh, well, that's actually the back. All the way down to there, which is an interesting one. I've never seen a case like that. Do we actually have to connect the case? The front panel header, I think it's called? No. I mean, that's always a nightmare as well. Connecting all of the individual LED lights, hard drive lights, resets, power switches, other stuff like that. And normally, you get something wrong. Inevitably, it'll be the reset button turns the machine on. Although, last time I did it, like I said, helping a friend do the cooler swap. I got it right first time. I was very happy with myself. I mean, it was just total luck. Well, I read the manual, but yeah. Let's run 3D Mark. So, it was just total luck. I was going to get it right eventually in my life. So, we've got TimeSpy installed, 1.1 DirectX 12 benchmarking system for gaming PCs. So we can say run, and obviously a 3D Mark, guessing one of the partners in this one. And it is running like an absolute dog. Yep, FPS average by the look of it is about 15 to 16. Frame rate our frame is low, and then there's the time. Yeah, there we go. And that's going to run that one. We're not going to watch it because there's no real point. Now, what I would normally do is pick up one of these machines and then go ahead and sort that out. But I can't because we've only got one workbench. To get this workbench, you need level 3, and it costs $1,000, I believe. This one needed to be level 8, and this one is a PC storage cupboard, which is level 6. Don't know why you would want that. I'm guessing you could, later on in the game, you'll get different components in. You'll get different PCs in and you need to wait for components and stuff, so perhaps that is the case. Either way, running the benchmark here, obviously we can watch it if we want. I'm guessing this is one of their latest benchmarks. And it does look very nice. Never actually benchmarked my current PC at all. Didn't really see the need for it. I installed all of the pieces, just, you know, pop the parts in there and hope for the best, and it worked, and it's ran all the games and does all the recording, and yeah, use it daily, so good. That's a nice museum. You've got a sort of Roman guy over there. You got some weaponry there, different periods, swords, guns, and there's some sci-fi guns. I think that's some sort of planet in the background. There you go. So we rated at 3,844, or it could be 3-844 because there's a bit of a gap. There you go, and there's your graphics score, and there's your CPU score. So CPU test is 16.02 FPS. Graphics score, first one 25 and a change, and then same for the second one, 20 and a change. And it says the information. Cool. So we've done on that one, and we can leave it by the door. Excellent. So that is that one there. So we need to fix this one, which is replace the motherboard. We'll leave that to last. This one is blue, by all accounts. Yes. So this is apply thermal paste, run 3D mark. Okay, this should be a simple job. So take the case off. There you go. Take the side off. Remove that. Install thermal compound. Oh, Ryzen. There you go. It is a Ryzen 3 quad-core 1200. Cool. Install. Where is it? That one there. So you can see, look, property of the Dr. Says 76 at pmail.com. So it's very hard to sell the component, although it is probably still possible. So install. There you go. It means if you've got multiple computers on the go, and you know which part comes from which. If you've got, like, say, I don't know, multiple computers apart, we'll know which cooler goes in which. Which it should matter, you know. It does matter. Power that on. And then we're going to have to run 3D Mark again. Nope. Install that. There you go. There we are. So I don't think we have to install. No, we didn't have to install it on the last one. It was already there, wasn't it? This one we have to. So we'll restart that. Gigabyte. Cool. So, sponsored one. And there's that running an absolute dog. That is terrible. Well, do you want to see a slideshow from Grandpa's trip to the sci-fi zone? That's a weird crystal maze one, this. But yeah, there you go. We'll let that run. What we'll do is we will probably just collect that money, because we can get that out the door, so we don't need to worry about it. This next one here. Hi, I'm available to upgrade my computer. I want 4 GB of RAM installed. Can you run 3D Mark to check there is enough power? So, upgrade to 4 GB of RAM, run 3D Mark. I'm going to accept the job, and I'm not going to buy anything because it said upgrade. Right? We know, in our pocket, not that we can look down or have pockets, because we are a spectral computer building force. We know that we have 2 GB of RAM from a previous job that we replaced. So because I've not seen anything other than a minimum of 2 gig in this game, there's no 1 gig sticks, nor should there be really. I'm assuming that he says upgrade, he means he's got RAM, which has to be a minimum of 2 gig because that's all that's in the game, and it can't be 4 because he wants 4. So basically we're going to put that old RAM into that, and I think that's intentional to show you that you can do that. I think that is a deliberate thing the developers has done. Anyway, it is very cozy in here. I must confess, it's very, very nice. The music gets repetitive because there's only a couple of tracks, so hopefully that'll be addressed later on. And I like you can upgrade these, but they should be, well, maybe there's going to be more stuff added. Who knows, who knows. Anyway, that's benchmarked at pretty terrible, but that's now done. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. Pick up the next one. Yeah, that is done. So this one is replace motherboard. I'm not going to look forward to this, am I? Okay, I will Actually, I'll not bother with that one there. So let's just crack on. You know, the work isn't doing itself. So pull that off. Side comes out, and then we need to remove the motherboard, which you can see there's a lot of cables, which some of them we'll have access to, some of them we will not. We'll see if we'll probably remove this cover, which is covering that, just so we can get access to the cables. There you go. Yep, and the graphics card, which will pull that out there. And I have to zoom in. 1, 2, 3, 4. That can come out. That can come out. And cool fun. There's not actually a direct plug for the processor. That's the plug there. That's for your CPU power, and that's for the thingy. I say the CPU. I call it the CPU power. I don't actually know what it's called, what the official name for it is. That's now out. But yeah, we haven't actually plugged that in. I understand that I want to simplify things, I guess, at times. Or maybe it's an oversight, who knows. Anyway, so we'll rip the motherboard out, and then we have to take the standoffs out. So these things are, yeah, the devil's brass, essentially. So these go on there, and if you get it wrong, at best, it won't boot because you'll be, you know, arcing stuff, and yeah. At worst, it will just break the motherboard, and maybe other components as well. Although you could have a dead short and also electrify the case if you've got it really wrong. Although it should be grounded, so you know. But you know, you've got it wrong, so what else can go wrong? So there's that broken. We will put in this one here. For whatever reason, I don't like this. That you have to take the standoffs out, and then you put the same standoffs in because we're doing a replacement. There should be an option to keep the standoffs in. Like, if you don't have the standoffs right, either it doesn't let you put the board in or whatever. Because all we've done is take them 6 standoffs out and then put the same ones in because it's just a straight swap. But anyway, let's sell that one for parts. So we want to put in... Well, let's put it in the order that I would probably go for, which is open that up. Install processor, which we will put in there. Close that up. Install the... Well, put the thermal compound on. Because you want to get this closed off so no dirt gets in there. Any ingress of dirt. What am I looking for? Cooler. It's all bad, and that's a really, really big air cooler. Look at the size of that. Nice. Okay, we're in power mode, cable mode. But I'm not going to do that. I'll probably put the RAM in. Actually, normally what I would do is put the RAM in before I put the thing in, but I don't know if that's the best way to do it. No official training on the subject. Just trying it out. Let's open those up. Put that in there. Put that in there. Closes them automatically. Graphics card now. And it's 970, is it? I think it said that. Cables. Oh no! Yes, it is actually putting that power in. I apologise. I thought it wasn't. That's... Oh. And the case... Yeah. So it is putting the front panel in. I don't know if it's doing for all of them or not, or whether it's just an oversight on my part. Oh, we have to put the mount in as well. I don't know what that's for. That shield. Maybe to stop heat. Oh, actually... I don't know what it is for. What's it called? It's just called it's a PSU mount. Maybe the mounting changes for the type 1. I don't know. Anyway. Different manufacturers do different things, obviously. Put these in. Cable management now, just straight in. And power. Fire in the hole! Is the heatsink just goes bang and just embeds itself in a wall. That is a very nice background. Is that in Scotland? Don't know. Anyway. Leave by the door. And that is all she wrote. Collect. And collect. So one job we didn't get paid for because we were just fixing what Tim sorted. Tim? Yeah, him. So, PC Building Simulator team leveled up. So we've now got Ryzen quad-core CPU, AMD AM4 sockets, and look at all that. Team Group, Team T4, Stark, loads of RAM, Silvertone, Gigabyte, MSI, all that sort of stuff. Cool. Discard that. So, Upgrade so I can sail. I've been playing a great sailing simulator game, but my computer will just about run it before I up the graphics and the frame rate drops. Use a program called Will It Run to see what I need, and basically we need to make it play on the recommended specs. So I'll accept that. And this one is a need a new hard drive. I'm Blake Peterberg, and I'm one of the core team over at Movie Manics, the world's 53rd website in UK for movie news and reviews. Released for the next highly anticipated blockbuster, the Frontbuster Cinematic Universe. I'm trying to refresh my memory of the previous films. Loads of them, yes. Already on the collector's edition on Blu-ray. I'd like to rip them to my computer for more complete frame-by-frame analysis. Sadly, currently don't have enough hard drive space. So he wants upgrade to 1,500 gigabytes of storage. I don't know how much he's got. We'll have to probably guess 500, or maybe just get one, or maybe get it and then just wait a day. Either way, we're going to leave it there for this episode because I think we're getting on there and we've done all right. Next episode, we'll crack on and do those jobs. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care and generic partings.